The tragic case of Joe Arridy is one of those cases that live in infamy for the state of Colorado and everybody involved. Joe Arridy was an innocent man. Not only was Joe Arridy an innocent man, but he only had a 46 IQ. He only had a 46 IQ. They called him the happiest man on death row. Why? Because it didn't even seem like Joe Arridy had any idea that he was about to be executed until it was almost too late. Wait, why are you strapping all this stuff on me? Oh, that's why. Oh, the happiest man on death row. Joe Arridy was falsely accused, convicted of a brutal crime that resulted in his execution. So let's listen to the details. Joe Arridy was born in Pueblo, Colorado, April 29th, 1915, to Syrian immigrant parents. Because of his difficulty with the English language, Joe Arridy spent most of his childhood attending the State Home and Training School for Mental Defectives in Grand Junction, and he was said to have an IQ of a mere 46. However, his childhood would seem like a cakewalk compared to what Arridy experienced in his early adult life. Colorado's Joe Arridy is accused of a brutal crime. August 14th, 1936. He was just born, so he's 21 years old. Is that what we're saying? August 14th, 1936. Two young sisters were brutally attacked, raped, and one of them was murdered in their Pueblo, Colorado home. 12 days later, Arridy was arrested for vagrancy in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and after questioning by Sheriff George Carroll, allegedly confessed to the attacks that claimed the life of one of the young girls. Was the Colorado man really a killer? This tragic story gets even more unsettling as another man by the name of Frank Aguilar confessed to the crimes and denied ever meeting Arridy, whose confession was believed to have been coerced and low intelligence taken advantage of. No shit. No shit. People are trying to get the evidence that, that that Koberger fucking guy, or Andrew Tate, a lot of Russians, they'll just torture a motherfucking person and just beat a person up, and then it's like, yeah, fine, yeah, okay, I stole the fucking thing, yeah, no, fine. This makes me think of Maluntha, the Shawnee. The Shawnee goes to, and Cornstalk. Both of them were innocent and they were killed. But Maluntha, they said, were you at the Battle of Blue Licks? And he don't understand the language. And they took a tomahawk and they split him right in the middle of the head. So what I could see with that is Maluntha was just smiling and laughing at the guy. The guy's just fucking going crazy. You were the one that was doing the thing over at the thing at the... And the Battle of Blue Licks was Hugh McGarry. It was Hugh McGarry that fucking... So he fucked up. Hugh McGarry fucked up and he said, charge! And then half the battalion got wiped out. So he needed a scapegoat and he needed to blame somebody else. And so Maluntha was just smiling, speaks a different language. Hugh McGarry knows he doesn't understand English, sitting there fucking yelling at him and accusing him of all this shit. And Maluntha apparently answered in the affirmative. Were you the one that led the attack against us at Blue Licks? It was you. I know it was you. Yeah, sure, okay. You want it to be me? It'll be me. Go ahead. There's another thing. Mean Streets. There's that Shawshank Redemption guy. And then it was that Apollo 13 guy. But basically it was like, you were the one that you chopped up my grandma in a million pieces and raped those pieces, didn't you? I know it was you. No, it wasn't me. It was you. After the 300th time, chopped your grandma into pieces and then raped those pieces? Is that what you're accusing me of? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what happened. And then the guy fucking killed him right after that. There's also the lamb and the wolf. The lamb and the wolf. The wolf kept on getting shitty with the lamb and coming up with reasons why. You know what? I really want to eat you. You're messing up my water. You're messing up my air. You're messing up my day. You were part of the family that messed up my water or day or something, weren't you? There was something that you did. Something. No, I swear. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm hungry anyways. Frank Aguilar confessed to the crimes, denied ever meeting Arridy, whose confession was believed to have been coerced. And yeah, so Frank Aguilar actually gave a real confession. This low IQ guy also saw psychological something. They tried to take a guy into the fucking thing and he was all methed out. Well, he's on meth, so we'll just go ahead and pin this other fucking thing, and then that way we could say we did a thing and that we figured it out. We figured the case out. Despite Aguilar's confession and Arridy's likely innocence, both men were executed for their crimes, Aguilar in 1937 and Arridy in 1939. Witnesses say that Arridy was the happiest man on death row, allegedly didn't even know why he was in jail or what was going to happen to him until it was too late. Years after Joe Arridy was posthumously received a pardon from Governor of Colorado, Bill Ritter, in 2011, received a tombstone a few years prior in 2007. The tombstone says, "Here lies an innocent man." So good job on Bill Ritter, 2011. At least we gave him a pardon way too late. Killed him in 1939, though. So what, 80 years ago? This Aguilar gave a real confession. This Aguilar was the fucking culprit. He's the one that fucking did it. And if that Arridy was even near the fucking thing, how did we not find out the real fucking truth? How did we not find the truth of the fucking situation? You got a damn guy who confessed to the thing. So you got one guy that confessed to the thing, a real confession, then you got this other low IQ guy that got fucking tortured until he said something that may have indicated that he was okay with the thing. In the report, there's 5 guns on dude. And they're like, "It's okay for us to come in your house?" It's like, huh? You're a million goddamn fucking light years away. He said it was okay. He said it was okay. No, I can assure you that, what was it you said? August 14th, 1936 is when the crime happened. Yeah, I wasn't born for another 40-something years. I can assure you. I had nothing to do with. Frank Aguilar killed those 2 girls. Or killed the one or whatever. Raped and attacked and killed the one. And Joe Arridy, why was he even in Cheyenne? He was just fucking homeless in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Poor, homeless. And then they twisted his arm, put his arm behind his back. "You better take it." "Oh, okay, yeah, sure." He didn't even know what was going to happen to him. But he got killed all the same. 3 years after the thing had happened. Even, let's assume maybe somehow he was a part of the thing. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of that Cotton Top. Oh, Cotton Top. This is Hatfield and McCoy lore. But Cotton Top was probably the least guilty of all the Hatfields. Cotton Top was the least guilty of all the Hatfields, but for some bloodletting, he was the sacrificial lamb. So, Devil Ants, he didn't get hung, or none of his main, they didn't get hung. It was the person with the low IQ who the Hatfields took in and probably took care of him. And he probably, I think he shot 2 kids or something. So, did he deserve it? Yeah, I guess so. But Devil Ants was the main culprit in all that. And the state, the only person that the state could find and get a hold of and execute was the mentally handicapped boy. That's justice. Well, justice was served. What about all the other people that committed all those crimes? We'll let them get on out of here. I'd rather do the opposite. If you had, Stalin and you had like two of his underlings, get rid of Stalin. Get rid of Stalin. Why would you get rid of... You got rid of one of his underlings and you thought you did a good thing? And Joe Arridy, I wanted to get a picture for him because, once again, an innocent fucking person. An innocent person. Here's Joe Arridy. 21-year-old Joe Arridy. What'd he do? He was poor and dumb and walking by himself in Cheyenne, Wyoming. They found out he was from Pueblo. Oh, from Pueblo. Ooh, we just heard that thing happen. Were you a part of that thing? Is that why you're here? No, I just didn't have any family, so I'm trying to figure out a different life, and there definitely wasn't any videotape, so that means all the evidence was fucking circumstantial. No eyewitnesses, no videotape, completely circumstantial. If there was any evidence whatsoever. I think he was just cursed. So when I think about this being a Christian nation and how you have 102 homeless people that starved and died and froze to death in Colorado Springs, and how you have all these homicides, why does this happen in the land of abundance? Why does this happen in the land of Christianity? Here is a Jesus Christ figure. He was innocent. He didn't even try to get the masses to stand up. He wasn't even a political force. He's just an innocent person wandering and then got fucking killed. But that's a Jesus Christ figure, is it not? Did not Joe Arridy, did he not die for our sins? Joe Arridy doesn't get a cross, though. How come Christianity doesn't build a shrine or an altar or a church around Joe Arridy? Joe Arridy doesn't get any scriptures, doesn't get any prayers or songs. Nobody talks about Joe Arridy. We're all supposed to love our enemy, says Jesus, and let our enemies rape the ever-living shit out of us, shove all the green beans up our asses that he wants. We're supposed to be crucified like Jesus. Let our enemies crucify us. And for what? For the bullshit promises of power and glory in heaven? Well, you'll get your heavenly goods. God will treat you good, okay? What about you assholes right now? Well, how about not letting this system kill us? Prometheus. We're just going to be like Prometheus and just have to be tortured and then tortured some more and then tortured some more until we die? How is that a template for a good life? How the fuck is that a template for a good life? Christians are assholes. White, illiterate, female Karens like to abuse their children, and they hide behind Christianity. They like to be rude, they like to be racist and loud and obnoxious, and they love to abuse their kids. Oh my fucking God. They love to abuse their kids. So they're not into Christianity for love or empathy or solidarity. They're not trying to make the world a better place. It's not for order or goodness. Not only won't American Christians not build a church or an altar or a shrine to Joe Arridy and then repeat his name over and over again in prayer, American Christians who preach to others to turn the other cheek, to love their masters, their criminal terrorist oppressors, they're wicked as fuck. How are they not? Preachers, priests, teachers, abusive parents, bosses, cops, any authoritarian fuck that's like, I'll just tell that one what to do, and they'll do it, and when he don't, then I'll get mad at him. Is that what happened with Joe Arridy? You know you killed her! You know you killed her! Okay, sir, if you say so, sir, I'll say okay, and that'll make you happy, right? You'll be happy with me then? That makes me very happy. Yes! I get to pretend like I did a cop thing, and then I get a paycheck, and I get to go home to my chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. While the shit show charade parade marches on. Not only will American Christians not build a church to Joe Arridy and repeat his name over and over again in prayer, they won't even remember his name. They won't even remember his story. They won't even remember his song or his soul. They won't even give a shit that Joe Arridy existed on this planet. R.I.P. Joe Arridy. R.I.P. Ricky Keiser. Why don't you try saying their names, Christian America? I bet you can't. I bet you don't have a soul to begin with. You can't be good if you don't have a soul to begin with. Joe Arridy didn't deserve to die. He's an innocent person. He got slayed, crucified like your wonderful Jesus Christ. But you're just obeying goddamn shithead daddy and shithead priest and shithead preachers. Bunch of white Caucasian females who, yeah, daddy, I love Jesus, daddy. Can you say one thing that Jesus believed in? No, I can't. But I'll just obey you. That's all you really want, isn't it? And that sucks. Because if these people have got their asses kicked, they'll only respect people that will smack them around. And they won't respect anybody else. I bet it was a Christian that executed him. It was a Christian that was a cop, and there was a Christian that executed him. There's a jury that was a whole bunch of Christian nation. Say his name. Come on, Jesus Christ believers. Come on, you bunch of Jesus. You love Jesus, right? Liars. Lying fucking piles of shit. To be good, you gotta have a soul to begin with. And frankly, it's not good. It's not good to ignore all the actual Jesus Christ that have walked amongst us. People that walked amongst us and gave their lives. I'm thinking of like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. You know, when nonviolence didn't work, then they did go to Black Power. But when Black Power didn't work, then they went to the gangs. So, and all Malcolm X said was that you had a right to defend yourself. You have a right to be a man, stand up and defend yourself. JFK, RFK, Medgar Evers. Anybody says that peace, love, justice gets one in the fucking head. Malcolm X says stand up and defend yourself. Martin Luther King Jr. says let's all get in a circle, in a rainbow tribe circle and sing Kumbaya. And then he got fucking killed. And we haven't seen a Martin Luther King kind of person since. So Christians, not only are Christians not fucking good, I think they're some of the worst, they're some of the wickedest motherfuckers. Just say you're worshiping the devil. Just say you're going to church to pretend that you're good. You're not going to, God, it makes you think of Chris Hitchens. A bad person will do bad things. A good person will do good things. But a religious person will do bad things in the name of goodness. So they're real fucked up. That's wickedness to a whole nother fucking level. So, yeah. You believe in Jesus and Christ and you're devil worshippers. You believe in authority. You blindly believe in authority. You care about daddy, but you don't care about son or brother or cousins or neighbor or uncle. You don't care about anybody else. Just somebody that says, I'm your daddy. Oh, okay. Give it all to Father, huh? They reject logic and facts and rationality when that's all we got. All we got is logic and facts and rationality. I'm supposed to believe in bullshit? You believe in the devil, so you want me to fucking believe in your fucking devil? Turn the other fucking cheek so you can keep on smacking me? Let you fucking rape and shove green beans? Why would I want that? You're trying to fucking tell me this is all good just so you can keep on abusing me. They worship authority blindly. Yet they reject logic and facts and rationality. How can you reject all that we got? How can you reject all that we got? I think we do need to be... We need to remember Joe Arridy's name. We need to know all the true life Jesus Christ. Jesus didn't probably exist. I'm more likely to believe that King David exists than Jesus. And the evidence for King David is scant. Joe Arridy definitely existed. Ricky Keiser definitely existed. No questions of historicity there. They're on this planet. They were peaceful souls. They were kind. They were nice. And they didn't deserve a chance. Why not? Because you're all pieces of shit. They didn't deserve a chance because they didn't get that spark within themselves and get themselves up the mountain themselves. How can you reject all that we got? How can you sit there and worship the devil and pretend you're a good fucking person when you don't do anything good? You won't remember Joe Arridy's name. You won't remember Ricky Keiser's name. Because you don't give a shit. You don't give a damn.